2 weeks, that was the plan. 2 levels of Ninja Gaiden rebuilt from scratch in Godot 4. Spoiler alert, I failed. Spectacularly. But along the way, I wrestled with code, smashed my head against wall mechanics, and made some incredible discoveries. This is the story of an overly ambitious timeline, a not-so-great programmer, and everything in between. Let's jump in. So why Ninja Gaiden? Simple. I wanted a challenge. This game was my childhood nemesis. The unforgiving levels. The pixel-perfect jumps. The relentless enemies that just spawn endlessly. It haunted me. And now, I had the bright idea of trying to remake it. I mean, how hard could it be? The NES had what, 8 bits? Surely modern tools could make this a breeze, right? Yeah, no. My first mistake, optimism. I gave myself 2 weeks to recreate not 1, but 2 levels. Spoiler, I barely finished 1. And it's not even feature complete. Turns out, coding is hard. Who knew? In hindsight, I should have added a few extra weeks. But hey, hindsight is 20/20 and my calendar doesn't care about my own feelings. Ah yes, the state machine. This is where things really started to unravel. I wanted to decouple everything because, of course, writing beautiful, abstract code sounds amazing until you're stuck trying to figure out why nothing works. The logic became so tangled, it felt like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Eventually, I settled for a compromise. Let the player script manage states and create separate state nodes. Is it elegant? Nah. Does it work? Sort of. As for enemies, well, that's a problem for future me. Now let me introduce my unofficial sidekick, Copilot. Without it, I'd probably still be banging my head against state machines. It taught me more about structuring code in a few weeks than I ever thought possible. Honestly, best teacher ever. It feels like having a very patient, all-knowing mentor. Now let's talk about wall clings. Sounds simple, right? Jump, cling, jump away. But in reality, the logic behind jumping directions made my brain do somersaults. The state machine saved me, barely, but the whole thing is still a mess. Polishing these mechanics is officially on my later, maybe never list. Small wins deserve celebrations, right? After what felt like an eternity, I finally figured out how to actually center sprite images when flipping. The trick? Adjusting the region property for single frame images. It's not perfect because you need to cut up everything to single frames, but it's progress. So confession time, I'm not a great programmer. When it comes to scaling out or extensibility in my code, my go-to strategy right now, copy pasta. I know, it's not sustainable. As these projects get bigger, I'm sure I'll pay the price. But slowly but surely, I'm trying to make reusable components. Someday I'll dive into design patterns like behavior trees for enemy AI. But for now, copy-pasted code will do, so don't judge me. One thing I was excited about was implementing a perfect spacing concept for attacks. In theory, sounded awesome. In practice, not so much. The hitboxes just aren't accurate at runtime. You swing at air and you still get a perfect hit, so go figure. Another lesson learned the hard way. What seems fun on paper doesn't always translate to gameplay. So after 2 weeks, here's where I'm at. I've got enemies for this first stage, no boss yet, basic weapon to enemy interactions, and that's about it. No projectiles, no special weapons, no player hit points. But you know what? That's okay. Because this journey taught me more about my own limitations and my capacity to keep learning than I ever expected. So here's my takeaway. Don't be afraid to fail. Set realistic timelines, embrace the chaos, and learn from the process. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned dev, every project is a stepping stone. This one didn't turn out perfect, but it's mine, and that's what matters. If you watched my 2 previous videos, then thanks for joining me on this ride. If you enjoyed this little glimpse into the life of a struggling game dev hobbyist, then hit that like button or subscribe for more chaos. I also posted this game on itch.io, so you'll find the link in the description below. Give it a shot. Until next time, keep creating and don't forget to take breaks. Bye!